Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Tanner and Reggie. We're here to show you the best settings for the new Modern Warfare 2 beta. So let's go ahead and get started right into it. You ready, Reggie? So I'm preferring to have the max frames possible. So here's my graphics settings within the beta. We've got the custom preset. You want your render resolution at 100. DLSS off. Image scaling off. AMD FSR is off. Fidelity cache, I have it on at 50. SMAA T2X anti-aliasing. Nearby level of detail, you can have this to low, depending on if you want more frames or to see further away. Texture resolution, I have very low. Texture filter, high. Particle quality, low. Bullet sprays are off. Shader quality, low. Tessellation and on-demand texture streaming, both off. Streaming quality, low. If you want your game to look a little bit better and lose some frames, you could try normal. This shadow map resolution I have on very low. This gave me a lot of frames when I moved it from normal to very low. Probably 20 plus frames, I would say. I'm on 1440p. Spot shadow quality, I left that on high, but you could try low as well. Cache spot shadows and cache sun shadows you want on. Particle lighting low. Ambient occlusion off, SSR off. A big one here if you're on 1440p is just to leave this on, not plus boost. If you follow Kernil from Sense Quality, he tested it and he says it's a 10 frames extra possibly on the stuff he tested, just leaving this on with 1440p monitors. Depth of field off, world motion blur and weapon motion blur off. I don't want any film grain. Now for your display, make sure you're on full screen. You have your monitor chosen, your graphics card is chosen, the refresh rate matches your current monitor refresh rate. Make sure either this is 1440p or 1080 depending on what kind of monitor you're using. Dynamic resolution off, aspect ratio automatic. Both of these VSync, turn these off if you don't want to have a little bit of input lag. Some people with a lower system, maybe not the best parts, you could turn on VSync and maybe it'll give you some input delay, but maybe it'll smooth out the screen tearing for you. Custom frame rate, this is a big one. You can turn this down to match your monitor setting. I kind of have it a little bit higher than my monitor. But the important thing is in the menus, you don't want it going unlimited because your GPU never gets a break. So give your GPU a break when you're not playing the game in your menus, 60 and 30. Display gamma 2.2. Brightness is personal preference depending on your monitor. Focus mode off. Make sure HDR is off as well. Let's get into my controller settings here. PC players, I have paddles, a Nagashock PS5 that I'm using right now. So if you can see that on the bottom, it's got a couple buttons. So I use my right button to crouch and my left button to jump underneath. So I actually play tactical, and that allows me to still have my right joystick to crouch if I want to. So I don't have my triggers flipped because I have digital tap triggers. Default layout, no vibration. On this game, I've been starting out just 6.6 1.0. I've left the multiplier alone here. I've left the vertical aim alone. Here's the gameplay settings. One of the big ones here is tactical sprint, automatic tac sprint. I have that enabled. Now if we go over to advanced here, target aim assist you want on. This is what you want right here for that sticky aim. I was getting destroyed by people and I couldn't understand how they could aim so jump around a corner and they're on me already. I was on default aim. This Black Ops 1 seems to be more sticky aim for you. Just a little secret there. Change this. It comes default when you first play the game. Try out Black Ops. Get used to that. I think on Vanguard and Cold War multiplayer, I also liked Black Ops aim assist better. Pair that with dynamic response curve. I'm not really sure if this means like when you're focusing like with a sniper, so I just left that alone. Instant transition timing. I'm not using a custom sense per zoom right now, I'm just sticking with the 1.0 from the other screen. Dead zones I did adjust a little bit. Left stick is 0 so that I'm moving right away with my left stick. My right stick is a 0.05. Just depends on stick drift. You could turn it up or down depending on your controller. The left and right stick I left at 0.99. In Warzone I had this on like a 0.80, so it gives you a smaller like a radius so that you can actually tack sprint and move a little quicker with your left stick. So if you want to turn this down to 0.8 and try that out, you could mess with it. In this game I'm just sticking with 0.99 for now. My dead zones on my triggers I have at 0 because I want them to be very responsive. So far they haven't shot by themselves, so that's good. Auto move forward is off. Most of these, so the mantles, I turned all of those off. That's what Dashy, one of the Call of Duty pros, advised. So you could mess with it. I'm just keeping them off. Sprinting door bash. I want to be able to just slam through doors when I'm auto tack sprinting. I don't want to sit there and have to press a button. So go ahead and copy some of these down. Most of these are all standard. So let's go ahead and get into the actual desktop settings now. So on your desktop, you're going to right click on the NVIDIA control panel. So on this screen, you're going to make sure resolution is PC 1440p or 1080 with your refresh rate matching. My Elgato, I have some issues with my stream PC, so I just play on 144 to make it the smoothest. I could go higher when I'm not streaming though. Let's go to manage 3D settings here. Let's take a look at these. So some of the big ones here to take note of. You want to make sure your GPU is under GL rendering GPU. Make sure you have your GPU chosen. Under power management, make sure you're on prefer maximum performance. Let's see here. Another one is vertical sync. You usually want to have this off. Low latency mode. I have mine on ultra. Rallied says he likes his on ultra. He can notice a difference. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but try it out, see what you think. And then just make sure you look at some of these, decide what you think. Here's my color settings here. So for the Modern Warfare beta, I've been on 55, 55, 70. So brightness contrast 55, gamma 1.0, digital vibrance 70. Couple more tips. Make sure you go to type in background apps. Turn them off. Another tip, game mode. If you're not on a slow laptop, you probably want to have game mode on. Let's see, graphics settings. Reduce latency, hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, on. If you have Google Chrome, go up here to settings, go to, I believe it's system. Continue running background apps when Google is closed. You don't want Google running in the background when it's closed, so turn it off. Make sure your Xbox game bar that comes installed on a lot of these Windows PCs, make sure that that is turned off as well. And hey, that should get you a good start. Hopefully it gained you some FPS. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I'd really appreciate a like on the video. Follow me on Twitch and Facebook, Tonner05, and also on TikTok as well, Tonner_05. Have a great day, everybody.